Greetings to the honorable judges, committees, and all the audiences. I'm Chevelyn Alexandra from Cinta Kasih Sachi High School. Before I begin, I would like to ask all of you to think about a moment when you see a problem that occurs in Indonesia. It could be plastic waste or it could be floods, and thought, what can I possibly do as a teenager while facing this major big problem? If you ever felt that way, please raise your hand. Thank you. Believe me or not, I could see all those hands from behind the screen. Why? Because I have been there too. We all have. But today, I'm not letting you guys to stay in that feeling. Instead, I'm gonna flip the script. Because what if I tell you that the very fact that we are young makes us the most powerful forces for sustainability? And the fact that we are a teenager is not a limitation. It's actually our greatest advantage. Let's start with a question that has been lingering inside my mind. What is the meaning of sustainability? To me, sustainability goes far beyond than just recycling or even planting trees. Sustainability is about taking action and taking responsibility for staying in this planet, staying accountable. We are the generation that will live the longest with the consequences of today's action. It's not a distant concept, it is rather personal. It's the very fact of awareness that we cannot deplete on resources for momentary pleasures. And we have to ensure the future for this planet, as the next generation in line will know that this world is still just and full of opportunities. Understanding the meaning of sustainability may be easy, but the next natural question will be, what can we do? How do we, as a teenager, actually steps into our role when there's so many social and environmental problems? I believe our role rests on these three pillars. First, voice. Our voices is no longer confined in schoolyards. It could go far beyond than you imagine. That's why I need you guys to remember that we need to speak up. Not yesterday, not tomorrow, but today. The second one will be innovation. We are at an age where creativity is all over the roof. That's why we have to channel that to solve local problems. We do not need to be an adult to do something. And the last one is social engagement. You may think that sustainability is only about environment, but it goes far than that. Sustainability also means building a lasting social structures, which means that we need to create an inclusive community so that we can maintain the social fabric for sustainability. Knowing our role is one thing, but stepping into action is another point, because it could feel overwhelming for us teenagers. That's why I'm going to offer you these three practical points. First, reduce. Reduce means that we need to be mindful about what we consume. You may hear this a lot, but bringing water bottle, not the plastic water bottle, but a reusable tumbler, can actually eliminate over 156 plastic bottles. That could save a lot of things for this earth. That is per person. The second one will be choose. Choose needs to remind us about the power that we have as a young consumer. You may choose a fashion brand that doesn't care about environment and choose to give you an ick on your wallet and an itch on your skin. But you can also choose a local fashion brands when it could actually care a lot more about carbon footprints. And the third one will be start. Just begin. Not tomorrow, not next week, but today. Start with ourselves. Turn off the lights when you wanted to go out. Stop carrying plastic bottles and start by actually turning tap water off when you wanted to brush your teeth. Now, you may think that these are too small to make a difference. I'm going to offer you this old African proverb that goes, if you think that you're too small, start living with a mosquito in a room. Now, we need to be that mosquito. Small, but persistent enough to change the status quo. We refuse to just sit down and watch this world collapse. Not because we know the answer, but because we are creating a better world for all the generations. Thank you.